Just when I thought our strawberries have been done for a while, this Everbearing bed that we planted a year, maybe 2 years ago, actually has a bunch of berries. It actually almost died off, and I haven't been on top of weeding it this year. I'm pulling out thistles around the property right now. Spotted this thistle, came over here, and there's a bunch of strawberries and a bunch more to come. So gonna have to propagate more of these. Gonna trim off all these runners coming off of them. The garden bed will expand itself on its own, but in the second year you want to trim off your runners to promote more strawberry growth here. So the runners are, if you don't know, strawberry plants produce, is this one of them? Yeah, there we go. Look at all these runners. So they produce these long stems that shoot out. And what we did in our first year with our 85-foot strawberry garden bed, we planted 150 plants. There's now over 1,000 because I went by, a lot of them planted themselves. But what you can do is you can take that and you go and you can plant it over where there's no plant, and it'll be attached to the main plant, produce another plant. Or you can cut them off, and then you can put these in water or pots. They'll grow roots, and then you can produce more plants and plant a new strawberry garden bed, because strawberries actually produce the best berries in their second year. So it's best to keep planting more plants or making new garden beds, and then you'll keep getting strawberries year after year. They're everbearing, so that means they bear fruit all year long. And you can see there's still some flowers, so that means there's more berries still to come. Here's some more over here, some big ones. And we didn't know about it for months, so I'm sure there's been a lot that have just been going to nature. But good to see that this bed is doing better after I did an initial prune earlier in the year. And not a lot of berries, but the more we pick them, the more they will grow. And we'll get on top of this bed and mulch it nicely and protect it over the winter, and we'll keep producing more and more plants. We don't have to buy more plants. We can just keep expanding from existing beds. So once you get set up, the idea with regenerative agriculture is everything just keeps going. So once you get that cycle going, your chickens feed your fruit and your vegetables and or grains. You'll still have to feed your chickens some grains, but ideally you could have enough pasture and whatnot that you don't need to feed your animals much, if anything at all. And it's just a full cycle. You plant your seeds, you harvest your seeds, or you plant your plants and you propagate new from the fruit, and you just always have an endless cycle of food. Food is free. It just takes a little bit of labor. You need to get it going, get the ball rolling, and you can have, essentially, if you get it right, you could have free food your whole life and not need to work as much. You'll have to work a little bit at home, but I don't think you'd have to work 40 hours a week necessarily.